Okay, I'll check on my end now. Hang on a second.
It's going on terrace. It's basically a second-hand market.
Wow. Okay, our apologies, our sincere apologies. We've had some technical problems that were actually out of our control. Tube themselves that threw a spanner at us, and we were delayed in getting the show started. So what can we say? Just the best. All we can do is the best we could, and we're now finally live. Just so everybody knows, my remote control is not working. We've ordered 2 new remote controls, so I'm without a remote control. I'm just doing it by hand on the camera. So I do have to take one hand off the tripod and go over to the zoom. So that's just kind of what it is right now, but we'll make it work. It's a pop-up show, so yeah, finally we're all greased up and ready to rock and roll. Bit of a delay, as I said. If you're joining us now, we had a technical problem. It was connecting into the YouTube feed. It wasn't actually our own equipment that was failing. It was something to do on YouTube's configuration. So we finally have the issue resolved, and albeit 15 to 20 minutes late, we are here. This is the Airliners Live show in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And this is a beautiful day here in Vancouver. It's about 16 degrees Celsius, unseasonably warm, and it's going to be complete saturation tomorrow from what I'm told. So that's why we're doing this pop-up show today. There's no point coming out tomorrow during this complete and total saturation. So we've got a lander. Again, unfortunately, I can't zoom out on the pans just because I can't do it. I physically can't do it because my remote is completely not working. Just gonna have to do with the zoom that I have dialed in at this point. Maybe that's too much. Leave it at that. But yeah, the zoom is just gone. It works just once, basically. If I unplug it, plug it back in, it will work just once, and that's it. And it's even zooming there without even me touching it. So that's, yeah, it's done. Absolutely done. CRJ. Well, so there you go. Here we are in Vancouver. It's the calm before the storm, literally. We have a very wet weather system coming our way in the next 24 hours, from what I'm told. So it's going to be very wet tomorrow. And no point coming out here to struggle with that. So the decision was made, might as well come out today while at least it was dry and see what we could do. So that's what we're doing here. And we'll make the best of it. We'll make the show a good one. And the time is now 11:22. So yeah, we do apologize. We were about half an hour on the start. Half an hour late on the start. I was kind of ready to go around 10 to 11. So yeah, it's about half an hour that it took us to get the issue resolved for the time being. Hopefully it'll not cause us any hiccups during the show today. But as I said, it was not anything to do with our own equipment. It was something on YouTube's side that caused the delay. So yeah, live streaming has there's a lot of balls that need to be up in the air at the same time. If any one of those balls falls to the ground, the whole system comes to a stop. So live streaming when it works is great, but it does require imagine an electrical circuit with 10 relays. If any one of those 10 relays doesn't work, the whole circuit comes to a stop, and the electricity can't get from the start to the end. And that's exactly what it's like with streaming. We rely on all of these things to work. You know, there's all the camera issues. There's the streaming unit that we have that's plugged into the camera. There's the microphone. There's the tripod. There's wind. There's a whole bunch. Then there's the YouTube. There's the wires themselves. The list goes on and on, really. So it's great when it does work, and there are times when we have kinks in the chain and the system doesn't work as good as we would hope. So this is how it is. There, see, I did that zoom with my hand. I took my hand off the camera tripod tiller and put it on the actual zoom button on top of the camera to get that to work. So I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure if the remote will actually come back to life at some point. I doubt it. Okay, it's working right there. 1, 2. Okay, zoom out. So this is, I'm actually using the remote, so we'll see if it lasts for more than a minute or two. I'm just adjusting it. This is the remote plugged in. So who knows? Who knows how long it'll last, but I'll do the best I can with it, with what we've got. It's a Friday morning here. As I say, unseasonably warm. It's about 16 degrees. I dressed up in layers, and I've had to shed 2 of my layers because I was just getting too hot. Don't want to get overheated. I do have water with me. And yeah, so that was how I decided to play that card. And okay, as I say, there's a lot of things that have to happen all at the same time. My phone has now stopped getting runway 24, and now my voice is going. Flight radar 24 is fed through a Wi-Fi connection to my cell phone, because I have 2 phones here with me, one for watching the chat and one for watching Flight Radar 24, so I know what movements are happening and what we can expect. So I open up my my network on my main phone, and then I log into it with the phone number 2. And now, of course, I've now unfortunately lost the ability for my second phone to get onto the Wi-Fi of the first phone, so I no longer have Flight Radar 24. So could be one of these days, don't know. I don't know what's coming or going until such time that my phone picks up the signal again. Yeah. Anyhow, this is a WestJet 37, obviously. I see an aircraft coming in. It looks large. I don't know what it is, but I can see it with the naked eye. And yeah, I'll just zoom over to it and zoom over to it. Give me 1 second. And we'll see what it is. Looks like an A330. We'll have to see whose A330 this is. Maybe it's Air Canada. My battery's at 32%, so we've had a pretty rapid bleed off in the battery for reasons unknown. Yeah, looks, it's Air Canada. And the Star Alliance color is nice. Beautiful landing. Turn on the radio.
What's your discretion?
Canada 306.
Let's go 552. I can offer you runway 08 right if you post. We'll take 08 right. I'll go 552. Let's go 552. You read clear to visual. Runway 08 right. Side step now. Contact tower 118.7.
Yes.
Head step to 08 right. Over the top. I'll go 552.
Thank you very much for the £5 donation. Andrew Baird, thank you so much. I really very much appreciate it. You make a donation almost every single show, and it's not unnoticed. So you are a big supporter of the show and the channel. And on behalf of everybody at Airliners Live, I very much want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew says, "Hi, Henry. Small donation brings a change of luck today, I hope." Yes. Thanks for the pop-up. Yes, let's hope it brings a change of luck. Exactly. Yeah, there we go. Nice looking 330. Don't know where it's inbound from. Possibly somewhere over in Europe or Montreal or Toronto.
WestJet 111 ground. Continue taxiing via Juliet Hotel Delta Echo to the Juliet Hotel Delta Echo.
I think these Star Alliance schemes have been around for decades in one form or another. All the Star Alliance carriers, I believe, paint various airplanes in their fleets with the scheme. I think Air Canada's had different aircraft as well painted with the scheme. US gates in the background there. Battery is at 28%. I'm watching it like a hawk. Nothing on the approach that I can see. Oh, got a Air Canada Dreamliner on pushback in the back. We'll go back to that here in a second. Zoom in a bit here on the... So we got a heavy. There you go. Air Canada Heavy cleared to land. I don't actually have visual reference on it. Okay, I do see it. I see the Air Canada Heavy there lined up far out in the distance. So we'll go and have a look at it here in a second. And the Air Canada Dreamliner is also pushing back. So we'll have a look at that. Again, I apologize for everything that happened here this morning on our start. I do see landing lights out in the far distance. Our Air Canada Heavy. Okay, I've actually logged into the Wi-Fi of YVR Airport. The signal came over here and presented itself to me. That must be because of Andrew's £5 donation. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, that was pretty fast. So I'm connected to YVR's Wi-Fi from the terminal building, and I can see that the Air Canada Heavy is Flight 64 from Incheon Airport, Seoul. So that's a bit of good news.
306 ground. Runway 0 at night. Altimeter's 2980. Taxi via Juliet Charlie. Kilo.
Yeah, it's not often that I can log into the YVR free Wi-Fi, but I did. Again, with thanks to Andrew and his good karma. Hello, Mel W. and Terry Edwards. No, I wasn't over there in February, but I'm hoping to maybe come over to Amsterdam in February for the Amsterdam show, and there's a show in Manchester the following weekend, so who knows? I might just make an effort and head over to Manchester as well, do a 2-for-1. That would be fun. So, I mean, no promises, but it's something I'd sure like to do. So here's our Incheon Airport, our Incheon arrival, Air Canada Flight 64. Flight following it in for us. Looks pretty good. Crisp image on my side. Nice and crisp, actually, yeah. Wow. Pretty crisp. Not bad for no remote. All handwork, no remote control. I'm just taking my hand off the tiller of the tripod and going over to the camera. We got another lander here that's just been approved, and that would be Air Canada 553. It's a MAX from Los Angeles, which is nice to see. Hello, Bit of Munch. Glad you're enjoying the streams, and glad my voice is calming. Try to do my best just to keep things chill and relaxed. Oh, guys, look, we've got the Air Canada Dreamliner taxiing off stand right here, right there. Let's see if we can figure out where it's headed to. Yeah, so this is headed to Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Air Canada Flight 7 to Hong Kong.
Yeah, 064 heavy ground, check you on Mike. Taxi via Mike Juliet and Joey Bravo to the apron. Mike Juliet Bravo to the apron, Air Canada 064.
Looks good. Nice and crisp image, actually, on my side. Hopefully on your side too. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. 3 degrees in East Scotland. Yeah, we're a bit warmer than that. We're 5 times your temperature. We're 16 here in Vancouver. But this is very unseasonably warm here, so. Hey, thank you very much, Mel W. Mel W, thank you for gifting one Airliners Live membership. You're also a rock star, Mel. I think you donate just about every show, so it doesn't go unnoticed, and all of us at Airliners Live are very grateful to your loyal support of the channel. Thank you so much. So somebody asks, has Singapore stopped service to Vancouver? I don't know. To be honest, Singapore is a very flaky airline when it comes to Vancouver. Over the last 30 years, they have added, dropped, added, dropped, added, dropped. Vancouver I don't think I'm exaggerating. It's got to be dozens of times. They are a very flaky operator here at this airport. I think they add and drop it every several months. So I do not know. I haven't seen Singapore Airlines in the last several months. Whether they're still coming here at odd hours, I don't know. All I can tell you is I have not seen them in many months. And I don't think the Singapore Airlines of 2023 holds a patch to the 1973 version of the company. I think they've lost a lot of their finesse. Oh, there we go. That's a MAX looking. Yeah, this is our LA, Los Angeles arrival. Vancouver Island looking very nice in the background. And the MAX just greases it down. Not bad. Not too shabby, I must say. Pretty decent. There's our Hong Kong on the taxi. So Riaz Malik says Singapore has stopped flying to Vancouver. Thank you very much for that, Riaz. Appreciate that.
Vancouver Tower, Canada 361. 50 on the island, 3 left. Air Canada 361, Vancouver Tower, clear to land, runway 08 left. Land 8 left, Air Canada 361.
So Air Canada 361 is cleared. Let's see who that might be. Don't have them on the visual. Oh yeah, there they are. So Air Canada 361 is a MAX from Halifax. It's 37 MAX. Yeah, Andrew brought us a great bit of luck there with his £5 donation, because when he made that donation I was able to log into YVR Wi-Fi, so thank you very much for that, Andrew. That was awesome. So I'm able to see. I'm not operating blind. I'm not flying an IFR under the hood, so I feel great that I'm able to see what aircraft are coming in. And behind the Air Canada, we've got a Portland arrival, Alaska Horizon Embraer. So, a few bits and bobs coming our way, but I'm very comfortable. The temperature is absolutely fabulous. Ooh, look at that ship, monstrous ship out there. Yeah, that's the Air Canada Hong Kong flight, taxiing with a super tanker in the background. And yeah, far off in the distance, I do see the landing lights of our 37. Our 37 from Halifax.
76 Whiskey Charlie ground, good day, taxi by Hotel Alpha today.
So, what's happening here? Okay, so just so you guys can have a quick peekaboo. Here's our usual Guadalajara. That's the Horizon. That just confirmed that he's behind the Air Canada.
1528 ground, there's 2 behind you, and 1 coming into gate 81. When you're able, push at your own discretion. When able, push our own discretion, United 1528.
321 on the roll. So, okay, let's go get this. Oh, by the way, the battery's at 18%. So I might have a very rapid battery swap, just to keep everybody up to date. 18% battery could last for 3 minutes, but it could also last for 3 seconds. So I've got the battery in my hand, ready to rock and roll. Ooh. Let's get our focus back. Here we go. Nope. Better. Nice stuff. Quite nice. Slowed down pretty quick, taking the first taxiway off, which is good. It's not rolling to the further taxiway, so that was nicely done, I must say. Peter Carroll. Peter, thank you so much for gifting one Airliners Live membership. It's very much appreciated. Thank you so much, Peter. And we've got our Horizon Airlines Embraer, which is getting pretty close. I might move the camera around here in just a sec. Might move it around. Thank you very much, Louise, for welcoming everybody to the stream. Appreciate that. Ooh. There's the Hong Kong departing. Okay, let's figure out our game plan here. Slowly I'll move the camera around for this Embraer. Gates are all empty, which means only one thing. They've got to fill up with airplanes. Okay, Embraer time. There we go, we've got radar lock on. Battery's at 15%. So
Hotel Victor or Delta Victor? Echo Hotel Victor. Echo Hotel Victor ground. Taxi Juliet, hold short of Lima. Contact ground 121.7 for further.
battery's at 15%.
Echo Hotel Victor, holding short of Lima. WestJet 906 ground, runway 08 right, altimeter is 2980. Taxi via Alpha cross runway 31. Alright, Alpha cross 31.
A little bit of high cloud, which is kind of the way we like it. The more high cloud, the better, because then the aircraft aren't entirely backlit. So if they could bring in more cloud, which I know they will, because we're going to be solid overcast by this afternoon or evening, and full saturation tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely chucking it down tomorrow. Well, ooh, heavy. Japan Airlines from Narita. It's just, I've got visual. It'll be done in a minute. So I think we can probably get this filmed. The battery's at 14%. If the battery drops, like, catastrophically down to 0, I'm just going to do a battery change. Don't go away. I'll be back as quick as I can. So you see, I'll bring the battery, I'll bring the camera around to the JAL here now. Beautiful view of the island, actually. There's the JAL. If I zoom up tight to the JAL, will it hold focus? Looks like it will. Some crazy wing wobble. Not bad, given I'm not using a remote. I'm just doing hand work on the camera here. Battery's at 12%. I love the 7672, Lee. And the winglets are metal, not plastic. I like my airplanes made of metal, not composite.
Lufthansa 374 Heavy Vancouver Canada, number 2 following up 37, just inside of 3 miles, clear to land runway 0
11%,
left.
by the way. Okay. We've got Air France, actually, at number 2. I'm going to do the battery change now because I don't want to be messing about for Air France. So I'm going to do the battery change right this minute, or right this second, because I want to be all powered up for Air France. So let's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll be back in 1 second. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second, I'll be back. Okay. Back. As I say, I don't want to miss the Air France. We're back. Thank you for that, guys. Okay, so yeah, Air France, as I say, will be back. Air France A350. There we go. That's the Air France A350. Yeah, I was slow on the battery change. I had to do something that I don't normally do. I had some tangled wires that I had to contend with. Here's our Air France. It's a triple. I called it an A350. Somebody slap me, please. Yeah, it's a 777-200. I made that same grotesque mistake last time. Two -8's on approach.
Good morning, Air 374. 374 ground, taxi via Mike Tango to the apron.
Well, that's Air France on the radios. Very distinctly.
Juliet Charlie, Juliet, hold short, Mike.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have Air France here. They've switched, I guess, to 777 service throughout the summer. I mean, for most of the flights, or all the flights that I saw, they were A350s. So I guess they've downgauged just for the slower winter months, if you can call it. Yeah, downgauge to the 777 from the A350. So in my brain, I kept on saying A350 when in fact these are 777s that are gracing us with their beauty. But nonetheless, very welcome here. Always a pleasure to have Air France in the house.
211 is on the island. 211 Vancouver Tower, you are number 3, falling at dash 84, final clear line.
Yes, I do. I'm aware that spotting in India is not permitted. It's very sad. I don't know why that mentality exists. It's like, wow. It's like a basic freedom. And they're not going to allow you to spot airplanes? Yeah. That's very, very sad and very, very unfortunate. Here comes our Air France. Thank you very much, Kevin Odubahan, for the gift of one Airliners Live membership. Definitely appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Kevin. Very, very kind and generous of you. We've got another Q400 setting up on approach here. By the way, if I do miss any donations, I should say it right now. I want to apologize if I've missed a donation. Let's get the Q400. There it is. Oh, nice action. Nice action. Air France is turning in at gate right there. Okay. What have we got on approach? We've got a Air Canada Max from Calgary, followed by a Flair 37 from Toronto. So let's get the Calgary arrival of the Air Canada Max.
605 Vancouver Tower, number 2 falling at 37 short final, clear to land runways 08 up.
Nice puff of smoke. I see the WestJet. It's behind the Flair. The WestJet 707 is coming from Toronto, flight number 707. So first of all, we've got the Toronto arrival, the flare from Toronto. So it's kind of busy, which is good.
Canada 211 ground, taxi via Mike Juliet, hold short, Juliet Bravo. Mike Juliet, hold short, Juliet.
Thank you for that, Louise. I very much appreciate your helping us. Very much appreciate it. So, yeah, it's still a little bit away, the flare. So it's the Flare 605. It's from Toronto. It's a 737-800. But I'll move the camera there for it right now. We'll move the camera around. You can see we've got a bit of cloud, but mostly sun. The more cloud, the better. We're facing south, so that's why we prefer cloud. Then we don't have the backlit situation. Here's our flare. It's about ready to flare. Oh, nice.
Vancouver, number 2 falling at 37, just inside of 4 miles, clear to land, runway 0 up.
Yeah, he makes the early taxiway as well. Nice stuff. And then behind it we've got the WestJet from Toronto, followed by a Dash 8 Q400. Hold focus on our Air Canada Max for a minute or so here. Okay, let's go get it. Let's go get it. Vancouver Island, yeah, looks nice.
Right on 2979, taxi Zulu Charlie Kilo Victor Hotel for Canada 186.
Oh, nice.
I can't understand your contact ground 12715. Check you're already making your turn on the mic. Yeah, what are you doing for your fucking unreadable.
Okay, oh, might as well get this phone. 700. Short and stubby.
Once company is out of the way, you can continue to Charlie to Deeper. Charlie, once the company goes by, Canada 211.
See the SkyTrain in the background there. That's our rapid transit that connects the airport to, well, our rapid transit. Basically. Nothing too exciting about that. Okay. If I can find it. It's a Q400.
guys, 3321 is ILS 8 left.
Porter is coming. Okay, that's great. It's good. Worst airline.
Let's go 3321.
Okay, so we got jet action. We've got jet action. Porter. Porter's in the house.
WestJet 166 ground, runway 08 right, altimeter 29er 79er. Taxi Echo Delta, runway 31, Lima, Lima 4. Echo Delta, runway 31, Lima, Lima 4, WestJet 166. Sorry, is that player 605? Okay, Golf India Uniform Kilo Vancouver ground, what can I do for you?
Getting hot. Getting warm, I should say. Yeah. Wow.
Porter 305, Mike 3. Porter 305 ground, taxi by Mike, Juliet, hold short Lima.
I think I'm going to get rid of one of my layers because I'm just getting too hot here. I'm going to have to... wow. This will be the third layer that's coming off. Stand by 1 second, folks.
Sky 332 attack, keep it by landing clear for 8 left. West 321 tower, still clear to land, runways. Sky 332 attack, just clear to land.
Okay, back. If it gets any warmer, I have to go... I've got a pair of sweatpants over my shorts, right? So it'll be a complete delamination of all layers except under layers. So it's just getting hot, getting warm. Okay. So what is our next arrival? It's a Embraer from Seattle, Alaska Airlines. I'll pull the camera around. We'll go get it now.
733 ground, runway 08 right.
Oh, there she is.
79er. Taxi via Sierra, Mike, Victor, hold short of hotel. United 733 taxi to runway 8 but right via Sierra, Mike, Victor, short of hotel. Golf Echo Hotel, Victor, Vancouver Grand.
Ground effect. Major ground effect. That was cool. Okay. Q400 on the approach. Far out, though. Bit far out, I'll say. So let's look at our Porter. Porter's right there with that trio of aircraft. They're heading to the other side. They park on the other side of the field. So everybody, hope we're all doing well. 16 degrees Celsius. Thank you, Chester Mike. What do I prefer, the Q400 or an ATR? It's a very good question, actually. Let's give the radio a bit of a rest. What do I prefer? I'm going to have to say possibly the ATR. I have flown the ATR, Bangkok Airways, between Phuket and Koh Samui. That was in 2019, and it was absolutely fantastic. Very comfortable. I had a view of the engines and beautiful, beautiful flight. So I associate the ATR with very pleasant memories. Actually, you can see the video on my Jetflix TV channel, prompt. So yeah, if you do a search for just Thailand or Koh Samui or Bangkok Airways over on my Jetflix channel, you'll actually see my video of my flight on the Bangkok Airways ATR 42. And when we arrived in Koh Samui, absolutely gorgeous, so beautiful. So I have a lot of pleasant memories with my ATR, most recent ATR flights. Very comfortable airplane. Bangkok Airways service was good. My last Dash 8 or Q400 flight would have been in about 2013. I can't even tell you the airline, but it was down to Portland. Might have been Air Canada, might have been Alaska at the time. But it was ho-ho, so, you know, it was okay. But I don't associate the fantastic memory that I had on Bangkok Airways. So for that reason, I'm probably going to, I just have to say, I'd probably take a ATR flight ahead of the Q400 flight if they were both sitting on the ramp and going to the same destination and all else was equal. Also, I think maybe the ATR is a little bit more aesthetically appealing than the Q400. Personal preference, but yeah, that's just kind of that, right? Loads of ATRs in Manchester, but no Q400s. I didn't realize that. No Q400s going into Manchester. Of course, I mean, they used to be common when that purple airline had them, boatloads of them in the UK. I can't remember the name of that purple airline, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, gosh, how many did they have? 30 or 40 Q400s? And I saw them all the time at London City Airport. They were very, very popular at London City. What is the name of that purple airline? Flybe. Great. Yeah, thank you, 1234. Yeah, Flybe, that's right. So in Australia, no ATRs, lots of dashes. But in Australia, you guys also are lucky, very lucky that you guys have a lot of F100s or Fokker 70s. You can actually have a flight on one if you want to buy a ticket. That's pretty rare. Pretty rare. Oh, Q400 landing. Not sure if I'm going to be fast enough. Yep, kind of. Yeah, Australia has some very nice airplanes. Yes, Flyby went bust a couple times, I believe. Two more Q400s on approach. No surprises there. Yeah, I think I'd like to fly on the Fokkers if I ever went to Australia, or when I go to Australia next. Fokker 70, Fokker 100. I think, what is it, Nations Air? Is that their name? The name of the company in Australia that is operating Fokker fleet? Okay, Loopy, thank you. 10 more likes to 300. I hope we can make it. You know what? Getting warm, getting warm. I'm just going to put some suntan lotion on. Excuse me, folks. Yeah. Can you believe that? I'm wearing suntan lotion in the middle of October in Vancouver, instead of sitting under a tarpaulin to protect me from the sheets of rain. Okay, we've got another Q400. Yeah, we're lucky to have this weather in July, let alone October. Very grateful. But again, tomorrow will be a different day. It'll be a different universe here in Vancouver tomorrow, because it's going to be very heavily raining, total saturation. The weather office is predicting a very, very wet and unpleasant day tomorrow. That's why we're here today, soaking it up. The vitamin D. Actually. All jazz wears Encore. Encore, yeah, you're right. Not too many of the Q400s of WestJet Encore around. We'll see some. I mean, they're probably, for every 5 Air Canada Express Q400s, maybe we see 1 WestJet Q400 Encore. Operated by Encore, yeah. Something like that. I'm going to say it might even be 2 in 10. That's the same as 1 in 5. I wasn't very good at maths. So yeah, might be even 1 in 8. But we do get them. If you do hang out on our channel, watch the show, soak up the action with us, you're definitely going to see some Wedgie Jet Encore Q400s. And by the way, the time here in Vancouver is 12:16 local time. Beautiful day. Yes, that's right, Andy. When it rains here, it absolutely goes berserk. It saturates. And the rain is not vertical, it's horizontal. And especially out here in the elements, I'm standing on a dirt mound, so the wind is fierce, and it's like somebody's standing with a bucket of water, just pouring it on me and my camera. It's like, oh, let's make the water go horizontal. It's like somebody's standing with a hose and just dousing me with water when I'm up here and it's raining. This is just, as I say, really, really nice here in Vancouver today. A lot of bugs around. You can see they enjoy the front end of my business end of my camera. For whatever reason, they like hanging out at the end of the lens there. I don't know what appeals to them at the end of the camera. But oh, look at that little biz jet taking off. But it does. Okay, Peter. Thank you very much. Peter has corrected me. He says that the Fokker is flown by Alliance in Australia. Alliance. Maybe Nation Air are the guys with the 146s. I know there's also some 146s in Australia. Not sure if you can actually step up to the counter and buy an airline ticket on them, though. They might be kind of like our 146 operators. Charter only, doing work to the mine sites in Australia, remote location charter work. So I'm not sure if Joe Q Public can actually go and buy a ticket on a 146 in Australia, but I know they can for the Fokkers. So that's kind of nice. Yes, the high-vis is waterproof. I'm actually wearing the high-vis right now, and it's gone quiet. So let's put my mug on camera, and I'll do a bit of a hello and have a chat. I'll just grab my phone so I can actually see what you guys are saying. Okay, hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's grab my lead here. Nice to see everybody. It's Henry Tenby. This is the Airliners Live show here in Vancouver. Fabulous day, sunny. We're at 16 degrees Celsius. We were a little bit late on the launch today just because of some technical glitches on YouTube's end, not on our end. So we do apologize for the late start. This is a pop-up show. Reason why we're doing the pop-up show is because, well, you can see this cloud is moving up. And we've got a weather system, a fairly significant weather system that's moving into the lower mainland over the next 24 hours. So tomorrow is going to be a very wet day here in Vancouver. So it just made sense to come out here, do the stream today, get to hang out and chill with you guys while the weather is nice. So that's why we're here. Great weather. I'm in short sleeves, still wearing my long sweats, but it's actually very comfortable, actually. I'm the only person out here. There's not a single person out here with me. No other spotters are here because they're, I guess, working because it's still, it's Friday here. So what can we say? Yeah, I'm wearing my high vis, because I'm kind of in a area which airport ops can see, and I just want them to know that what I'm doing is legit, if you will, and I think they probably recognize the high vis too. So it's just kind of cool being out here. I'm on a high mound, so how high would I be above the runway grade? 20 feet maybe, something like that. But it's good, but when it's windy, we also catch the wind here. So we get a lot of wind, and the rain is a problem when I'm filming up here if it's windy. So anyhow, Louise says 45 minutes out, something from Victoria coming in. Okay, well, we'll keep eyeballs on that. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you've all had a good week. Over in the UK, it's Friday evening, so I guess you've got your feet up. You're on the settee, just relaxed. You've had your dinner, your tea, and you're all just kind of chilling and seeing that it's a nice day here in Vancouver. And I do appreciate you all hanging out with me here on the show, on the stream. This is the Airliners live stream. If you guys have any questions, other things you want to chat about, I can kind of answer. Let's see. How's John Feza doing? I hope John Feza is doing well. And I see his name popped up here. And hello, Kevin, Louise, and Planky and Spindle Pipes. We had agreed 10 minutes ago to visit Vancouver for a holiday to celebrate our big birthday and anniversary. Big fans of Manchester Feed and now here. Well, thank you very much, Planky and Spindle Pipes. Yeah, you should come out to Vancouver, and you don't necessarily have to come out in the summer. It's also nice to come to Vancouver other times of year too. Just be prepared for the weather to be, it can be like the UK, very, very changeable quickly. And of course the costs are less if you happen to visit Vancouver off season. It's a bloody expensive place to visit, unfortunately. It's a bloody expensive place to live in, and our costs are only going higher and higher. The food costs here, if you go into a grocery store, I think you guys have heard me mention this before, 100% higher than the UK. Sorry, that's not an exaggeration. If you go into a grocery store here, grab a basket of food, in the UK, it's £20. Here it'd be $60. So that's just the way it works. Our food costs are through the roof. And it is. It is like that. So you do have to budget and plan accordingly if you're coming to Vancouver. We're probably up there, almost up there with the Scandinavian countries when it comes to costs. So we're probably, again, 75% higher than continental Europe, and damn near 100% higher than the UK. Why is that, you wonder? Well, we've only got 30 million people living in this country the size of the United States. So we don't have the economies of scale in terms of everything, from healthcare, transportation, maintenance of our various infrastructure networks, everything. All those costs are only shared across 30 million people instead of 300 million people in America, or 60 million people in the UK. So we've got fewer people paying for the cost to maintain this massive country. So everything's expensive here. That's just the economics of it. So, well, back to plane spotting. What can we say about plane spotting? I was in Geneva a couple weeks ago. I passed through Geneva, and I put together a little report on my trip to Geneva Airport. I was in Geneva last in 1984, so we're talking 40 years ago. And so if you head over to my Jetflix TV channel, you can watch my report from Geneva Airport. It's just a 5-minute clip, but it'll tell you what the situation was. I was a little bit disappointed on what was offering for us plane spotters and av geeks at Geneva Airport. It did not pass muster. Sadly, the Swiss have failed. I give them a 0 out of 10 with no explanation. So you got to go check out my video and you'll see why. But that was really quite a disappointment. I was expecting a lot more from the Swiss. I mean, they're able to design fabulous watches, and they're able to keep their trains running within seconds of schedule. But unfortunately, they let us down. You know, us aviation geeks, us spotters were sadly let down. And I don't know if or when I will make it back to Geneva again. I hope it's not another 40 years, because I probably won't be around then. And we've got a Boeing landing. He snuck in just under, let's see if I can capture it. WestJet on the roll. Not bad. Baby Boeing, it's a 700. Making the closer taxiway, good for him. Let's see if let's stow those spoilers. Let's see. And I've got more landing lights followed by a heavy, so that's okay. I was able to have a chat. We had a nice chat, and that worked well. I'll just put my camera back into the mode where I can easily... Bear with me here a second, folks. Yeah, hang on. Okay, I'm just fiddling a bit. Better. Okay, let me just see what's coming our way. First of all, we've got Air North from Whitehorse. Yes, Air North 533, followed by American Airlines A319, followed by Air Canada's Flight 839 from Frankfurt. So we've got a nice trio of arrivals for us. I'm very happy about that. I'll bring on the house radio. Here's Air North, about to dazzle us. Oldie, no winglets. Nice. Ground, yes, some ground effect. Maybe. Hey, Venkman7, thank you for gifting one Airliners Live membership. Thank you, Venkman. Awesome. Thank you so much for your loyal support as well. Almost every show you're here watching, and when you are watching, you make a donation, and it's definitely noted and definitely thanked very, very much from all of us at Airliners Live. Thank you very much, Venkman. We've got American Airlines from Los Angeles. It's an A319 setting up on approach. I'll bring the camera around momentarily. But thanks again, Venkman. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go get it. Let's go get American Airlines. They're coming in from Los Angeles. There's that ground effect. See, he's rolling long. He's rolling long. Okay, we got our heavy now. Let's get our heavy. Heavy's coming in from Frankfurt. It's the Air Canada 839, 787 Dreamliner. We'll just go pounce on it. There it is. Yeah, beautiful. Camera can focus now if it likes. Ground effect, there it is. A little bit of air pocket there that I guess is causing that ground effect on all the landings. Cool. Let's see if he makes that taxiway. Yeah, that's him. Weak radio though on it. We got a CRJ next from Sacramento. Yeah, he taxied out. He landed long. That's the Air Canada hangar in the background. Former CP Air, former Canadian Airlines. Back in the day, I remember them. You'd see DC-8s push back on that ramp. 727 CP Air DC-8s, CP-72s, DC-10s, all that good stuff. Yeah, all that awesome stuff. Steve asks, is that Jeff Bezos? I don't think so. No, I think it's just some guy calling himself Jeff Bezos. Just like you could create it, you could open up a Gmail account. For example, pick a name. King Charles III at Gmail, or King Charles III is me at gmail.com. Just because you can name your social media account with a famous person's name does not actually mean it is that person. So, but that's fine. We can have a good laugh with him. We can play along with it. I enjoy it. I don't mind calling him Jeff. I find that stuff kind of fun. It's harmless in most cases. Okay, here's our Sacramento arrival, by the way. Air Canada CRJ from Sacramento, capital of California. I couldn't imagine there'd be that much traffic between Vancouver and Sacramento. Like, I'm thinking 2 people a day, but what do I know? Whoa, okay, what's next? What's next on... It's an Air Canada Max from Calgary. Next. It's the Air Canada 213. It's setting up on approach. Looking nice. There you go. Kevin Henry VIII says, I'm not really Henry VIII. That's a good example. But thank you for being honest with us on that. Oh, blimey, I was asleep at the wheel. Sorry about that, but at least we might be able to get it. But you didn't chop off any of your wives' heads, I hope. Okay, Q400 setting up. We'll bring cameras around and radar lock on. Radar lock on achieved.
Aircraft noted 36, gate 77, ready to push. 1036, ground push back gate 77, ready to push.
I don't know if you guys heard that. It was like, I thought that was like I saw a human being coming up, but I guess it was a bird. Yeah. Keon says I miss MD jets. McDonnell Douglas jets. No, there's non-existent here in Vancouver. No MD jets. Not a single one. MD10, MD11, MD9, MD80, 717, nothing, zero, nada. Not a single MD jet I've seen here in Vancouver for many, many years. Oh, blimey, another one I forgot. Sleep at the wheel. I think you guys will have to dock me 2 weeks' pay. That was unacceptable. United Airlines. United Airlines. Where's he from? International Airport, Houston, of all the places. I have one job, yes, and I botched it. Oh well. Maybe I can recover on the next one. We shall see. what else is coming our way. We've got another Air North. Lucky us. It's another 737-500. It's inbound from Kelowna. And it is the Air North Flight 540. I like Air North's code. ANT. ANT 540. It's kind of cute, I must say. Life begins at 40's back. Oh, sorry. There we go. I was reading the chat, but we do have a small airplane coming in, so I don't want to miss it. What is that? Looks like a King Air or a Beech 1900.
Negative is 491, 27 to push. Push to 491 down, push back to your discretion.
Cargo job. We've seen it many, many, many times. Spam call. Ooh, I do smell burnt rubber though. That's kind of nice. So, we've got another lander. Meet the landers. We got another lander. Let's just get an ident on this. No, this is, of course, this is the Air North. I'll be a monkey's uncle. This is Air North. It does have winglets. Fanf. Nice, Reggie. Fanf. Oh, 446 people watching. That's nice. That's very nice, guys. Appreciate that. This jet, love it. Yes, it's cool. It's a very cool jet. It's a bit different, isn't it? I agree. I agree, Louise. It's a nice scheme. I like Air North. Definitely nice to see. I will never complain about an Air North. See, we've got the clouds building up, and it's good. I don't mind right now because it's making it better for our filming. The aircraft aren't backlit. They're less backlit, I should say, which is great. Really great. This Air North is going to taxi all the way around to the other end. We'll follow it because there's nothing right now. I'm just glancing down at my phone there. Sorry about that. There's nothing super close on the approach. The battery's at 35%. You can hear the wind hitting my mic. That nice paint job. Oh, there's the heavy. Looking good. Looking awesome. Hello, Kevin D. Kevin D's in the house. Nice to see you, Kevin. Glad you can pop in, watch the show for a bit. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're all doing well. Weather here is decent in Vancouver. We do have definite cloud building up. It's really quite noticeable now. I'll give you guys a bit of a view of the cloud buildup. Oh, blimey, there was a heavy there. No, that was WestJet. So yeah, there you go. You can see the cloud that's layering in up top there. So it's definitely coming in. It's building up. So today was definitely the day for us to do our show. No question about that. Okay, what's our next arrival? Our next arrival happens to be none other than United Airlines. It's an A319 from San Francisco. It's the United Airlines 2051. I have a stink bug here with me. I'm trying to blow him off my screen. There, it's gone. Yeah, it was a stink bug. They're quite common here. You can Google them. Stink bugs, Vancouver, BC. We've been inundated with them. They're very docile, but if you bother them, they will put out a bit of a smell, which I don't mind. I quite like the smell, but yes, they are a thing here. Greaser, beautiful stuff. Attaboy. Should take that taxiway. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Chester Mike, for the posting the aircraft and what they are. That's very much appreciated. Thank you so very much. And Chester Mike, thank you for posting the link to the Vancouver stink bug info. They are a thing here, and they've been getting more and more into our environment. So yeah, indeed. What can we say? Clement. Yeah, some strange things have been said on these shows. I'm scouring what's going on here. This is the old United Airlines colors from many years ago, I guess. Notice how it's gotten darker. I've had to open up the f-stop on the camera. It's okay. It's perfect. Oh, look who's taxiing off stand. Our Korean friends. They're heading to Seoul, inbound from Guadalajara. They came in from Guadalajara. They're going to Seoul. It's an everyday occurrence, I believe. So nothing rare there. Yeah, sporty little planes, those A319s. I agree, they are very cool. Ex-Continental. Oh, a spider's on me. Yeah, when you're out here, you're with Mother Nature, for sure. We've got little bugs flying around, and yeah. It's interesting how the spiders, though, they kind of fly. That was a very small one. He was like half the size of a fingernail. But they're able to take advantage of the wind, and they can put their web, like a little bit of web out, and then they can use it to fly. So this little tiny spider ended up on my finger, which is kind of interesting. They're very fascinating animals. Heavy on the roll, heavy on the roll. Hold the mail. What we're going to do is we're going to follow that guy out. He should present somewhere around there. So we'll just wait for him, and then we'll zoom in and pounce on him. There it is. Yeah, that's a late rotation on him. Well, better than a kick in the backside. Okay. Old colors WestJet. At least we got things to point our cameras at. There's no shortage of movements on the field, which is good. It's a little bit cooler now. I'm not boiling hot. I'm actually... Ooh, look at that. Let's wait for this United to hit those throttles to the firewall. There he goes. There he goes. Windsock is dead. Airspeed's building. Let's see if we can get a V1 out of it. Come on, V1, V1, yeah. Oh, crikey. He couldn't muster it. Oh, we'll just wait for him to present. wait for it to present. I'm scouring the, there it is. Yeah, okay. Better than, again, better than a kick in the backside. So, no complaints. There's our Delta Airlines. Baby Delta. No, it's not a baby. That's, I think it's a standard 320. Saab 340 in the background. Beach 1900 just landed. No biggie, no biggie. Oh! I got another spider on me. He's gone. There's a baby WestJet on the roll.
Delta 483, contact southbound 1217 on Victor. 1217, okay, Delta 43. Yeah.
Doing my best here. Almost got it. Well, let's see if I can follow it out. Let's see if we can follow it out.
Good afternoon, Delta 43, southbound on Victor.
There it is.
Victor, Craft 13, Lima 4, Delta 43.
It's okay. Better than nothing. American Airlines is starting engines right before our very eyes. Right there. And we do have a lander. It's an Air Canada A319 from Edmonton. So, hey, wow, there's 438 people watching. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Thank you all. Thank you all for chilling and hanging out on this Friday pop-up show. Yeah, good mix of airlines. Not bad. I agree, Paula. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It is a decent mix. It's a standard Vancouver mix, but it's a good mix. And here's our Air Canada. Yes, I'm taking my hand. The problem with the jerky panning is just because I don't have my remote and I have to climb over myself kind of to get the zoom. But so just making the best of what I can here. Oh, Korean's about to hit the firewall with the throttles. Let's test their metal. Let's see what this is made out of. Oh yeah, I can see thrust building. Look at the engine. Look at the exhaust. It's just pouring out of those engines. We'll go to the flag. Our flag is looking sad. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for it. There she is. Oh.
Taxi Alpha, cross runway 13.
Airspeed's alive. Okay, we're going to wait in the usual spot to pounce on it.
Let's go 3
Had to get the American though, right? It would have been sacrilege to have not let that Boeing tax go in front of us.
American 1450 on Victor, contact ground 1217.
On Victor, 217, American 1450.
Air show time. Well, I enjoyed that. That was very nicely done by Korean Airlines. Very nice. Nice stuff. Thank you, Red Eye. Yeah, I tried to do my best to hold it there, into the camera frame there for the climb out. By the way, battery's at 20%. I'm watching it like a hawk. Lock on. Saab 340. Battery's at 20%, 19%, but I think we're okay. I've got the batteries at hand. BizJet, corporate iron, and I do see a landing light in the far distance, and it is none other than Air Canada Max Flight 109 from Toronto. Looking beautiful. It will look beautiful when it greases down before us here. Okay, we got action. Thought I saw an airplane on the roll. Blimey. Oh, there it was, yeah. I kind of missed that one for us, but we have something pulling out of the horseshoe. From the horseshoe, we have what's coming out from the horseshoe. It's not actually showing right this moment what that is. Well, I know it's an Air Canada 787 Dreamliner because they're towing it. That's why it's not pinging. Yeah, I thought, how come it's not pinging? Well, this is why it's not pinging, actually. Because they're dragging it around. So, hey, battery 17%. So, we're still good. Beach 1900 takeoff in the background there.
Canada 240 gate 46. Ready to push back. 240 ground, push back, go to source. Push back, I got a 240.
Okay, well, we've got this lander. Let's get it. Might as well.
Vancouver Tower, 1 column number 2, flying 37, half mile final. Clear land, runway 08 left. Clear land 08 left, easy on 24. Good 99, runway 08
sounded. I thought I heard a German accent on the radio. Yeah, that's because. Well, it wasn't German. That was a New Zealand accent, and that's Air New Zealand flight 24. It's 2 minutes out. It's a Dreamliner. It's in from Auckland, and that's who I just heard on the radio. I was mixing them up. I didn't quite figure out what the accent was, but yeah, this is Air New Zealand air crew I just heard calling up. Paula says the TAS Fair in Manchester birthday weekend in February. It's the third week of February. It's 1 week after the Frankfurt show. Okay, I have visual now on the Air New Zealand Dreamliner. 6 years old, according to Chester Mike. Thank you, Mike. And very shortly, I'll bring the camera around to the Air New Zealand. Yeah, it's getting close. I think I'm going to do that. I think we want to watch our Air New Zealand. Battery's at 15%. So after the Air New Zealand lands, we'll do our battery change. I can give you guys a bit of zoom. Something like that. And maybe a little bit more. Something like that. Nice wing flex. There's the flare. Not bad for handwork. No zoom. I'm not using a remote zoom. This is all by hand. Old school. Not bad. That's it. Yeah, he's got a New Zealand accent. This kind of had a German ring for me there when I first heard it, but. Nice looking plane. Very nice looking piece of kit. Dreamliner. How long were they in the air for? 12 hours and 34 minutes from Auckland to Vancouver. Wow. That's a long flight. But nothing like going from Vancouver to Sydney. Or Melbourne. Can you imagine Vancouver, Melbourne? It's like 16 hours. But yeah, Vancouver, Sydney's your 14, 15-hour sector. I guess it depends on which direction in the winds, the seasonable winds at the time. Battery's at 12%, so I'm gonna push the outer envelope just because this is a Dreamliner and it's Air New Zealand. So I'm pushing the outer envelope on the battery. If we have a catastrophic collapse, don't go away. I'll be right back. So. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Looks really nice.
Air Canada A380 Heavy, we're at 853, ready for push start. Again, 38 Heavy, call push back, go to switch. Clear push to center discussion, Air Canada A380.
Nice airplanes in the background. Terminal building. Yeah, it's just a nice view. It's a pleasant view. It's pleasing to the eye. Oh, he's gonna, I think he's going to turn in, maybe. Oh, BizJet. Okay, well, I'm filming Air New Zealand, so... We've seen this BizJet many times here in Vancouver, so not a loss. I zoomed out too far. There, better. %10 on the battery. We might just get the whole enchilada here. If he gets to the gate without me having to do the battery change, that'll be amazing. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, you know what? I think we can do our battery change. Well, let's just, come on, 9%. 9%. We did it. He made it. We got the whole arrival, we got the taxi in, and we got the arrival at the gate without having to do the battery change. The battery does have 9%, so I think it's safe for us to do our change now. Let's bring the camera back to neutral. And we'll do a countdown here. We'll just do our countdown. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. 1 second. Here we go. Back in a sec. Back. Okay, we are back from our battery change. That went pretty okay. We've got a lander, so let's just start the proceedings off with a lander. Okay, we're back. We did a battery change. That went pretty okay for us. Wow, Speedy Gonzalez, yes. It was a bit quicker than the last time because I had a bit of, one of the cables was kind of wrapped around the tripod, so I had to do a cable disconnect and reconnect, which I don't usually have to do when I do a battery change. That's why I was a bit longer on the last battery change. But this battery change was, standard operating procedure. So that was good. Notice, do you guys notice that we're now cloudy for the most part, and the video quality is better, I think, because we don't have any backlit situation. It's just even lighting on the aircraft, and they look good. To my eyes, they look good. I prefer it when it's a bit cloudy like this. It is nice. Oh, he's taxiing fast. Very fast taxi. Bit of a ratty looking airplane, needs a bit of paint. I guess it'll go into the new colors pretty soon.
Pop Whiskey from Echo, cross runway 0 right. As you cross runway, make the left turn hotel, but hold short Alpha. Okay, Echo, cross the 0 right. Now hold short Alpha. That's 452, 13. That's 452, ground taxi Alpha to the apron. The aircraft crossing the runway off your left will follow you.
Charter Dash 8 in the background. We've seen them before here, though. That's Central Mountains Dash 8. It's not a Q400, it's a Dash 8 100 or 200. We've definitely seen them here. Well, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. Glad you're doing well, Allison.
Company's call for the push at 33 hasn't moved yet. Push back at your discretion. We have push back for discretion. Exit down Chaz at 343, what do you expect? Chaz 343, ground runway 0 red, altimeter 2907.
I'm glad you're watching with us. Bandit Chief 0923 plays Ed. Glad you're enjoying our show. You are watching the Airliners Live Vancouver show. There's a helicopter behind me. Belongs to London Drugs, the drugstore. We'll get that Boeing here on the climb. Got to zoom in on it. So Encore is coming in. Someone was asking about that. Somebody was just asking about that. Yeah, somebody was asking about where's the Encore Dash 8s, and I said, well, if you hang out with us long enough, you're going to see one, and we have one. Our next arrival is, in fact, none other than Encore Dash 8 Q400 inbound from Kelowna. That's our next arrival. So if whoever was asking if you're still watching, here it goes. Yes, Paula, you love London Drugs. It's not a bad chain. There's one in Lonsdale, West 41st. We go to the one in Kerrisdale. Oh, that was me. I knocked my camera.
Ground Air Canada 308 Heavy, ready for taxi. Canada 308 ground, runway 08 red, altimeter 2977, taxi Juliet Charlie.
This aircraft's heading to Frankfurt. Oh, there's that Dash 8 I was telling you about. Central Mountain Air.
Vancouver ground Air Canada 1058, ready for taxi. Canada 1058 ground, so runway 088, the altimeter 2977, taxi Tango Mike Victor, hold short hotel.
Okay, that was Central Mountain Air. So here's the Encore. You guys were, somebody was asking about the Encore Dash 8. There it is.
Canada A380 Heavy with you on Little Correction, Victor Old Short Hotel. Canada A380 Heavy ground, taxi Victor, cross
WestJet Encore. One 180. Nice view of the Encore, especially for the person who was asking. He's doing a nice show of himself, both sides, nice and slow, so we can soak it up. Beautiful. So I have a question for you guys. While we're on the topic of questions, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the Q400 in WestJet colors, or do you prefer the Q400 in Air Canada Jazz colors? Which color scheme looks better on the Q400? I'm curious to hear your comments. Let's see what you guys have to say. One's all white, the other one's, black. Black tail, black belly.
Ground, hello, Air Canada 308 Heavy on Victor, holding short hotel. Canada 308 Heavy ground, taxi Victor, cross runway 13, Lima 4.
So Mel W prefers Air Canada Jazz. 1234 is Air Canada Jazz. Chester Mike is Air Canada. Dry Dog 57 is Air Canada. Yoko is Air Canada. Kevin Odubahan is Jazz. Bandit Chief, Air Canada. Well, it looks like you guys prefer the Air Canada color scheme to the WestJet. I'm guessing it's because it's... Okay, well, Andrew Baird likes WestJet. Craig, Air Canada. So I mean, most of us are preferring the Air Canada Jazz scheme on the Q400. I'm guessing just because the WestJet is mostly white. That's probably the reasoning, I'm guessing.
Ground Air Canada, K80 looks to push start. So who is it? Air Canada 556 K80. Air Canada 556 is Alaska, we're about to pass behind you, push back, go to switch.
Who am I going to follow?
Our discretion. Canada 556. Code 3325, ground contact 1270. 317, over 3325. Just 14, you're crossing runway 13. Cross 13. Ground on course 3325, yeah. Code 3325, ground, taxi Lima to the airport. Lima to the airport, 3325.
So we've got a A330 over. Well, there's the Air Canada Jazz. There's the A330, the Star Alliance, taxiing out. It's probably going to Montreal. I'll check it in a second. Yeah, it is going to Montreal. It's going to Montreal as the Air Canada. What is it? The Air Canada 3. What does that say? 333?
Air Canada 1058 on Victor to hold short hotel. Air Canada 1058 ground, taxi Victor, cross runway 13, Lima 4, you're following the WestJet 37 at off your left there on Lima. Victor, cross 13, Lima 4 behind WestJet, Air Canada 1058.
Okay. We'll follow this out here as it punches through. Should punch through around here. We'll do a follow out on it. I'll zoom in, get him full frame as I can, and we'll follow him out to the about the 5,000 foot mark. There he is.
155, runway 08 right, altimeter is 2977, taxi Lima, cross runway 13, Lima 4. Lima cross runway
Well, we'll get him to at least a few thousand feet here. Something like that.
Canada 063 heavy ground, push back at your discretion.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby. Meanwhile, back at terra firma, we have Alaska Airlines, and we've got an aircraft landing too. Looks like a light aircraft, but I think you guys probably will want to see it, so we'll just go get it, just because we can. It's a Saab 340. So we've got another spotter here, taking in the action. So there's me and one other spotter. Oh, there's another spotter showing up. So we've got spotters arriving. Which is kind of neat. Yeah, so there's another spotter bringing up his chair and whatnot, with his girlfriend, I guess. So yeah, there's now a few of us out here soaking up the action. Scouring the field. Okay, I'll just follow that out a bit. We'll wait for it to present. Kind of. I'll be ready. I'll be nice and ready. There it is. Oh, climbing like a bat out of hell. Okay, well, that's kind of neat. Back to WestJet. Let's wait for this WestJet to depart. Yeah, so now this is the departure flow on the north side, or south side, that we know about. We've got a flare landing from Los Angeles, though, that's coming in here in 2 minutes.
deck at your discretion. Reference to 1 and 20, push our discretion, error 540.
I wonder if we'll get an early rotation.
Air Canada 5563, taxi, Airliners Live Vancouver 556, ground, runway 08, right, altimeter 29076, taxi via Sierra, hold short Mike.
No. No such luck on the early rotation.
Mike, Air Canada 556. 3321, taxi, Juliet, Kilo, hold short Victor. Juliet, Kilo, hold short Victor, Skywest 321.
Okay, our next one is down at the button of runway 08 right, way down there. It's a max and it's rolling.
604, as you turn on to Mike, you'll be number 1 to the Air Canada head. We'll be stopping at 0. Jazzy 04. Back 832. Jazzy 9 ground, push back your discretion. Pushes at our discretion, Jazzy 9.
Okay, let's get back to this side of the airfield. This is inbound from Los Angeles. Seafloot. Nice registration. Lots of good action for us, not bad. Yeah, so this is the old colors for Jazz. The old toothpaste scheme, as you guys call it. Yeah, I think you guys called this the toothpaste scheme. But again, it's not all white. That's the thing. Yeah, Vancouver's Dash 8 Q400 City. We're crawling with them. It's like the stink bugs. Okay.
Canada 566, 883, push inside. Canada 566, traffic's an RJ, pushing off of 85, push back to discretion. That reference the RJ 85, push our discretion, Canada 566. Okay, we're holding short Delta.
Okay.
Ground Porter 3068, taxi. Pasco 9, correction, Pasco 874, cross runway 0 right, turn left on hotel, hold short Alpha.
Lots of airplanes buzzing around, buzzing about.
Pasco 874 negative, cross runway 0 right.
Bandit, she says, I'd say my favorite airline is British Airways. Fave aircraft is A330, followed by 777.
306, runway 0 right, altimeter 29076, taxi Golf
Just wonder what we've got coming our way. Our next aircraft is a inbound from Edmonton. It's a WestJet 37. Wonder if this will be a rotation for us.
Hold short Alpha. That's 74, taxi Alpha to the apron. Alpha to the apron, taxi 74. Grounder Canada 556 on Victor to hold short hotel. Canada 556 ground, taxi Victor.
Yeah.
Cross runway 13, Lima
We got a rotation out of it, so
Victor cross.
it's pretty good. Looks like JAL's ready to push back, so let's follow the JAL on the push. They're just getting very close to pushing JAL here. But they don't even have a tow bar on it, I don't think. I don't think there's a tow bar. Is that tow bar connected? Hard to tell. I don't think so. I don't think it is. So, until they get that connected. Porter's coming out.
Golf Hotel short Lima behind flare, 540. Order 306, turn left on Lima, cross runway 13 down to Lima 4, you're following the air count on the max on Victor. Left on Lima, cross 13, Lima 4 behind the max, forward. Jazz 89, you're following Porter on hotel, taxi across hotel and across runway 13 down to
So this WestJet in from Edmonton, setting up on approach. I see the distant lights, landing lights.
Taxi now Alpha, cross runway 13, for some runway 0 right.
Yep. Navajo.
102, following the Jazz Q400 off your right on Lima. Following by Lima, cross runway 13 down to Lima 4. Lima cross
Now that's Isku Air. Yeah, that was Isku Air heading over to the island.
down to Lima 4. Golf Hotel Lima cross 13, Lima 4, 540. 16, proceed Delta, hold short echo. Delta, hold short echo.
So what else? I'm just checking the flight radar here. We've got, looks like light aircraft other than that. Oh, look at this guy. This guy is heading to Incheon Airport, Seoul, actually. This is the Seoul flight right there. Ooh. Yeah, so this Dreamliner's heading to Seoul.
Canada 063 heavy on kilo. Canada 063 heavy, Canada A taxi, Victor, hold short of runway 13. Victor, hold short, 13 again, 063.
Okay, let's get the landing here. This WestJet.
Push back your discretion.
Japan pushing back at his discretion.
216, continue Delta Hotel, golf to the apron. Thank you to ground, 913 with 7375. 913 Vancouver. Currently located on D19, would like to relocate to apron to the South Terminal. 913, roger, push back your discretion. Plan to exit via Echo. Push back, plan to exit Echo, 913. Inlet 6th Street, cushion to Air Canada.
Yeah, I botched it. I botched it. So let's do Japan.
Caution, jet blast behind the heavy, continue Victor Lima
I don't know. It's hard to tell if that yellow tug is actually connected to the 767. I'm not sure. Hard to see. Yeah, so Loopy says tow bar's off the ground, and here's our visual evidence. It's off the ground. So American behind it, he was just talking to the tower, and he'll just wait for, I guess, JAL to clear the area. Push when is able. We're just waiting patiently. 767, 15 years old. Thank you, MP. Thank you, Venkman, for telling me that a Korean Dreamliner is not far out. Appreciate that. We can watch this thing taxi while they disconnect the JAL. PC7 just landed, or whatever it is, PC12, PC something. I'll show it. It's a regular. It's based here. We see them all the time, these things.
Vancouver ground, Planespotting, Mike Hotel Juliet is on Mike West Dispatch Service. Mike Hotel Juliet ground taxi, Mike Juliet, hold short Lima, contact ground 1217 there. Alright, Mike Juliet, hold short Lima, contact ground 127, Mike Hotel Juliet. Mike Hotel Juliet, I'm going to change that taxi, Mike and Victor, hold short hotel, and contact ground 127 there. Check Mike Victor, hold short hotel, and contact ground there, Mike Hotel Juliet. Channel 566, ground, contact 127 now. 17 Canada 566, good day. Right, Canada 566, on Victor, hold short hotel. Canada 566, good afternoon, taxi Victor, Lima,
Fast taxi on the Pilatus. Okay.
279 heavy ground pushback at your discretion.
What's happening over at JAL? Let's have a look at JAL. There's JAL. Getting ready to taxi. So we'll just hold the camera here. We'll hold the camera here. PC-12. Thank you, GJ Wilson. PC-7. That's, yeah, PC-7 I guess is a Pilatus Porter. This thing's a PC-12. We're just waiting for JAL to taxi. Should be momentarily. That's it. Cleared to taxi. It's Korean, number 2, I think, following the Boeing. No, we got Aeromexico, or we got Aeromexico following WestJet, and then possibly the Korean. Let's just get this lander. Oh, Air France is just pushed back as well. So JAL's not going anywhere until Air France is disconnected. I don't think. I don't think so. So let's just have a look. Is JAL going to go anywhere? Probably not, because Air France is now blocking the taxiway. The way I'm seeing it. Oh no, he's taxing. He's taxing. Let's see how he squeezes himself past. And there goes American Airlines, pushing, now that they can. Well, we've got Aeronavis Mexico taxiing, so we've got everything happening at the same time. I'm sorry, Aeromexico's landing. Very quickly, I'll get the Aeromexico landing. Yeah, so there's enough room there for Japan Airlines to get by. It's kind of neat. That's cool. It didn't look like there's enough room, but there is. It's the heavy's departure. If we were on the other side and it was runway 26, we'd be watching them. And then Air France is just about ready to taxi as well. It's Air France. Okay, Air France is just about ready to taxi, so let's get Air France. Oh, Korean. I'm sorry. Just, it's impossible. Impossible. Yeah. When you've got 3 airplanes moving or more at the same time, it's very hard to keep everything under watch. Just impossible. Yeah, I just became distracted and lost track that it was coming in. So we've got landing a United A320 from Denver. So in the meantime, here's the Aeromexico. Okay, landing.
They're waiting for us. Okay, we're at 1719. Thank you. Okay, we're down Foxtrot 479. Foxtrot 479, Vancouver Tower, clear to land, runways right left. Clear to land, 8 left, Foxtrot 479. Money, I want to the bag.
Yeah, it's a lot of action, because there's just so much This is the 2 o'clock rush. This is the 2 o'clock departure rush. And if we were on the south side, if we were at the south terminal, we'd see all these departures. But it's not runway 26, it's runway 08. So we do have to be on this side of the airport for a runway 08 show. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, it's pretty busy still. We get to see a lot of movements here. And we can still see a bit of the departures on the other side. Oh, there's a ship in the background. Ships ahoy. Lots of ship traffic, actually. And here's our Korean. I guess he's going inside the horseshoe. Looks like it. Sorry that I just completely missed that landing. I knew it was coming, but I was just too distracted with what was happening on the field for me to actually catch it. So, and here's our lander. We've got a bizjet, I guess. Looks like a bizjet. Yeah. Gulfstream or Lear, I don't know. Gulfstream. Serious buckets there. Yeah, major buckets. Okay, wide body time on the other side. So we're going to watch the climb out on that. Just give us a few seconds here to get the Korean, then I'll zip over. To get the climb out, which is going to be kind of about there. And we'll do the climb out. Ooh, that was heavy. Okay. Beach 1900 arrival, this runway. Nothing serious. Pacific Coastal. Yeah, just doing as much as we can, trying to capture as much of the action for you guys as possible.
Thank you for grounding Canada 2.
Yeah, looks like he did it. And the corporate biz jet, which we've seen here many, many times because it's a regular here, is this one here. Still hasn't stowed his buckets. But yeah, we've seen this aircraft here many times. Don't know who owns it, but I guess they have it based in Vancouver.
American 1519, monitor tower 11870. Yep. Okay, well, Monster, thank you for your help. Enjoy the beautiful afternoon. American 1719. Bye-bye. Appreciate you.
Any familiar faces? No. Not really. No familiar faces. Okay, over on the runway departure side. Oh, Jowl.
School 752, hold short Lima, contact ground 127. After that, 52, hold short Lima, ground 117, take care. Montana 118, ground contact 127 now. Montana, Canada 118. School 106, reverse mic to approve, taxi mic, Juliet, hold short Lima. Reverse mic to Mike, Juliet, hold short of Lima, taxi 106. Hold short 479, ground contact 127 now. 217, hold short 479.
Follow the jowl out as soon as it punches through the other side. There it is. Okay, another wide body's about ready to go. On the other side, right there, it's Air France. That's it. So we'll just wait for it. Usual spot. We'll wait for it. Here it is. Off to Paris. That was different. 2 for 1. Q400 landing in front of us. Not a big loss, in my opinion. Definitely not a big loss. Let's see where this is going to. This is going to Toronto. It's the Air Canada 118, actually. Yeah, so that'll be a full flight to Toronto. BizJet on the other side, lined up. This looks like a Is that a Learjet or a Citation? I don't know. I think it's a Learjet. Some type. With the canards on the lower, under the tail there. And that was good. That was an early rotation for us. That was an early rotation. Well, we've got a few more airplanes coming in here. Q400 followed by an Delta connection Embraer, followed by a Q400. Okay, so we've got a lander. I'll bring the camera around. Got a lander. Saab 340. Just a Saab 340. Nothing too special. Okay, we've got another heavy on the roll, so I'm going to intercept it when it presents right there, because it just it'll be just a second. Alnapon will be here in 20 minutes. ANA will be arriving in 20 minutes. Yeah, so, lander. Sorry, I'm not sure I'm going to be fast enough. Nope, don't think so. That's the SkyWest. Just checking things. Let's have a look at the stuff.
Vancouver 3060, Vancouver Tower. Clear to land, runways right left. Clear to land, right left, 3060.
Well, yeah, ANA is about 20 minutes out for Alnapon. So what else have we got here coming our way? I'm just trying to figure it out. There was supposed to be Air Pacific arriving in about 15 or 20 minutes. So that was supposed to be I was planning to end the show with the Air Pacific arrival, but I'm not actually seeing it unless you guys can see it. I'm looking for it. Right now I'm on the Flight Radar 20 looking for Air Pacific to see if it's getting close, but I'm not actually finding it. I'm scouring around here. Looking for Air Pacific. I don't know. Have you guys figured that out yet? Okay, so Dry Dock 57 says Fiji, Air Fiji. That's what I meant. Air Fiji is in 30 minutes. So yeah, I mean, might as well. We're here. I don't. Just have to see. I mean, if it's dead between now and then, that's the problem. So sitting here chewing the fat. I'm not sure. We just have to play it by ear. See what you guys think. Just looking at what other aircraft are kind of getting nearby right now. I see a WestJet arriving in 12 minutes from Calgary. WestJet 117. That's kind of over Burnaby right now. You know, flying downwind right now. We've got a Q400 setting up. Kind of see the landing lights. And behind it, BizJet, Gulfstream. So yeah, we'll have to... Oh, Debbie 13. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie 13, appreciate your support. Thank you so much for gifting One Airliners Live membership. Somebody will be very happy with that, and it is very generous on your part. So thank you very much, Debbie 13, for that awesome donation. It's a little bit quiet right now, but let's get this lander. Saab 340 time. Yeah, Pacific Coastal operating for WestJet. What do you guys think of the Saab 340? I'm just boring, interesting. What do you think? Up until recently, I found them boring, but they're kind of rare, getting rarer. Not too many places can you get a flight on them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Of the Saab 340. Okay, life begins at 40 likes it. There's a lot of them in Australia. Okay, I didn't know that. Don't think I've ever flown on one. I'd probably enjoy it, I think. I'd like to fly in one in cold weather operations. Oh, here's that BizJet landing right now. There it is. Again, we've seen this one here many times. Major buckets. I wonder if it's owned by BC Tel. BC Tel doesn't even exist anymore, by the way. That shows you how old I am. I don't know who owns BC Tel, but they used to be our monopoly phone company. Hello, Louise. Welcome back. Yes, Northwest used to have a load of Saabs. That's correct. Very true. Back in the 80s. 80s and 90s, right? Minneapolis. If you went to Minneapolis, there was boatloads of Saab 340s. I remember in 1986, I used to 84, 85, 86 when I was doing my undergraduate degree in North Dakota. I used to do a lot of flying in and out of Minneapolis, and there were a lot of Mesaba. Mesaba was the connector airline for Northwest, and there was a load of Saab 340s at Minneapolis. So yeah, that was mid-80s. I remember it well. Even Republic Airlines had the Saab 340s as a connector aircraft. So they're old airplanes. We're talking 84, 85, 86, mid-80s. So almost 40 years ago, almost, pretty much.
Again, 220, good afternoon, taxi Lima, Lima 4, cross, runway 13. Lima, Lima 4, cross, 13, you'll be exiting Chile Bravo behind the G5.
That's a G5, okay. Oh, here's a baby BizJet, Look how tiny that is. What a small little BizJet that is. It's the size of a car. Very small. Tiny stuff. Well, it's gone quiet for a little bit here, so maybe I'll just grab my phone and we can have a chit chat. Standby 1. Yeah, the sun came out, so there we go. I'll just kill the radio here for a second, and then I'll put my mug on camera. Okay, so we've got a little bit of downtime until we've got the Fiji coming in. So I can chat with you guys. If anybody has any questions, we can yatter. Time is 2:20 Pacific time here in Vancouver, and it's gone quiet. So again, if you guys have any questions, fire away. I can answer. By the way, I'd like to thank those of you that have made donations. That really helps. And if you haven't made a donation and you're enjoying the show, why not make a small donation now? I can thank you in person live. If you could donate. Oh, look at this, a ladybug. Again, we've got lots of bugs and insects out here. I've got a ladybug that has landed on me. Perhaps you can see that. So yeah, so lots of neat animals out here. I'm happy to see them all. But so there you go, guys. If any of you have not made a donation and would like to think of supporting the channel and helping us out financially with the cost of the stream, now is the time for you to make a donation, a small donation. It could be $1, €1, a farthing, tuppence, halfpenny, whatever you'd like to donate. Your Mondi money would be very much appreciated. Here in Canada, our streaming costs are extremely high. The cost of data in this country is far more than what it costs in the UK. So we do need to appreciate all the donations that we get from you guys that help cover our costs. Somebody asks a franc. Well, where else? Yes, a franc. It could be where do they have francs now? Oh, French Polynesia. I think they have francs. But yes, francs would be very much welcome. If you click the $sign, that's right under. I'll show you where it is actually. If you're using an app like this, there's a little $sign right there. If you click that button, that's where you can make a donation. So by clicking don't know if you can see it, but there's a little dollar sign at the bottom of your screen. If you do click that, that allows you to make a donation and help us out financially. So that's it. Yeah, you're right, Louise. Thank you so much. I do appreciate every penny, dollar, euro that is donated. We all do. It just helps us keep things going, and it's appreciated. So, is the gray jet owned by TELUS? Maybe. That makes sense, right? TELUS. That's probably what it is. That's a good deduction work there, Kyron. That's the name I was grasping at straws, and my old brain just came up with BC Tel, but it's got to be TELUS. That makes all the sense in the world. So somebody asks, how's the book coming along? Well, the book, okay, I can talk a lot about the book, but I've got a jet landing here coming on. I'll just put the phone down for a second, and I'll quickly zip over and grab this jet. Where is it? It's, there it is. WestJet landing. Nice, actually. Very nice. No other, that was kind of a one-off jet movement. So again, I'll put my mug back on camera, and then I can chat with you guys. You guys were asking about the book. So yeah, the CP Air book, Big Orange. I'm still sourcing photographs on it, actually. So I have another book that I put ahead of it, which is actually, I just finished it and I gave it to the book designer. And it is the Clayton Glenn memoirs. Clayton Glenn was a Trans-Canada Airlines hire in 1943, and he was involved with aircraft acquisition and fleet planning with TCA from 1943 up until, I think it was the late 70s. So he was involved in the fleet planning and acquisition of the Viscount, Vanguard, Super Constellation, DC-8, DC-9, TriStar, etc. And he wrote his memoirs, and I have published the first part of his memoirs. And as I say, it's absolutely fantastic reading. And I've now given that book to my book designer. Actually, just 2 days ago, I finished it. Finished all the photo captions. It's going to be a very lavishly supported with lavish images. So it's not just boring words. It's fabulous images from a TCA and Air Canada from the 1940s until, well, this book will cover up to 1965, 64. So it'll cover the period 1943 to mid-60s. So it does cover all of the great aircraft of TCA, from the Lodestar, Lancastrian, DC-3, North Star, as I said, Connie, Viscount, DC-8, and DC-9. They're all covered in this book, and there's a lot of information there that you will not have heard of before. For example, did you know that Air Canada was very anti-Boeing in the 1950s? And it's explained in the book why that is. Air Canada did not want to buy Boeing products for a very specific reason. You'll have to buy the book to find out why. The major reason, I'm not going to reveal here, but one of the reasons was because Air Canada was very pro-British. The head of Air Canada, G.R. McGregor, he was strongly impressed with British aircraft design, and that was his focus, was on buying British. But there was another reason why TCA did not want to buy a Boeing product, and they did not. They were very concerned about buying the 707, and they bought Douglas instead. But there's a specific reason why they were avoiding Boeing like the plague, And Boeing probably doesn't want that publicized or known about in the year 2023, but it's a true fact. And Clayton Glenn explains it in detail in his memoirs, why, and it was many airlines of the world did not want to deal with Boeing and their Boeing 707 in the mid-50s. There was a sore point in a lot of the major airlines throughout the world why they did not want to buy Boeing. Had nothing to do with safety, but I had no idea that this was a situation. Let's get this lander, guys. We got an awesome lander right here. This is Al Nippon Airways setting up. There it is. We lost catastrophic battery failure, unfortunately, so that happens. But at least I was able to recover pretty quick. So yeah, I lost the battery there. Really, it went fast. So that's our ANA Dreamliner just arriving from Haneda Airport, Tokyo. Nice to see. But unfortunately, as I say, when you put yourself behind the camera and you're yattering away, you just don't realize what's going on with the battery. And that was a cock up on my part, and I apologize. It does happen. So sorry about that. That's really all I can say, is I do apologize. But yeah, I was talking about the Clayton Glenn memoirs. There's other fascinating stuff that he talks about as well, stuff that I just had no idea of. And it's really it takes you back to the 1940s and 1950s. It was a different world than today, and he was, as I say, he was actively involved in fleet planning and aircraft acquisition for Trans-Canada Airlines. And it's absolutely fascinating reading. Absolutely incredible. He made trips over to England to visit Vickers Armstrongs, Weybridge, England. And he was a very lucky man, because he lived at the right place at the right time. He met Donald Douglas Sr. and Jr., and he talks about the Douglas family owned a ranch outside of Los Angeles where they used to entertain airline executives in the 50s. And he talks about his visits to the Douglas Ranch. And it's just magic. It's like out of a movie. I think you could almost make his life into a movie. It's so interesting. So I knew Clayton Glenn. I personally knew Clayton Glenn. And I met him in the 90s. And I was given safekeeping of his memoirs, and I spent a couple of years editing them and reorganizing them, and then developing a number of photos that could support the book, historical photos, and that's what I have finished working on. And I've given all of this over to the book designer, and hopefully in the next few months the book will be ready. So that will be my next book, actually. The CP Air Big Orange is going to take a back seat to that. The Clayton Glenn book is really topical. Right now, in particular, because Air Canada is celebrating its 85th year this year. And in the book, or in Clayton Glenn's memoirs, he questions whether the company would even exist at this point in the future. So if he were alive today, I think he'd be impressed to know that Air Canada is alive and well and operating and in business in the year 2023, celebrating its 85th anniversary, which is awesome, actually. Oh, we're getting some major burnt rubber smell here. Oh, it actually smells very nice. That must be from the ANA. It's just wafting over here, burnt rubber. I quite like the smell. It's a pleasing smell. I do like it a lot. So I've got a bit of downtime now, so we'll put myself back on camera, and I'll grab the phone again and see where you guys are at. Yeah, well, hang on a second. There we go. I've got the phone. So I just want to let's have a look here. A lot of chat here. Dry Dock 57, thank you so much for that $10 donation. Awesome. Very, very kind of you. Very generous of you as well. Thanks again, Dry Dock 57. And Mike Hall, I love your graphic of the Lancaster. Thank you for the £1.99 donation. Mike says, great show as always, Henry. And let's see, were there any other donations? Debbie 13. Debbie, thank you so much for gifting one Airliners Live membership. That's very kind of you, very generous. And I think that's it. I don't think I've missed anybody. Q400 landing. So yeah, so for those of you that have made those donations, I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. There's 300 people watching right now. I'm going to stick it out here until this Fiji Airways lands. I've got eyeballs out watching for it. Jaden W. says, Henry, I like your shows. Well, I appreciate that. Venkman7 asks, am I staying for Lufty? Probably not. It's just too much of a stretch, too much downtime, too much empty space here to fill to wait for that. So, hello Lloyd, thanks for watching from Burnaby, and Benjamin Sumner from Saskatoon. Hope everything is well in Saskatoon. Hope your weather is holding out for you guys. And what else can I say? Yeah, thanks for the great recovery. I did the best I could. I mean, had the battery in my pocket, so was able to get her swapped over pretty quick. But there's still 299 of you watching, so that's pretty good. Thanks, appreciate that. Thank you for sticking it out to the bitter end. And it's 2:34 local time here in Vancouver. Just waiting patiently. We've got 0 on the approach right now, unfortunately. So again, I'm just doing my best to stretch things out. And I've got my ugly mug up on the camera here, just to fill the time, if you will. Am I hungry, asks Paula. Yeah, getting a little bit hungry, but I mean, I'm not dying, but I did eat. I put food in the tank before I left home, so I had some my yogurt with cereal, so that I did eat before I came out. So it's kind of getting thin now, but yeah, I'll be a bit hungry when I get back home. So Fiji are relatively new at YVR, and yeah, they are. In the past, we had Air Pacific, that was Fiji based. So they're kind of, I guess, the new version of Air Pacific and Fiji Airlines. I think, yeah, when did they start? About a year ago. Something like that. I think we had their demo flight come in about a year ago. So I think it's been about a year, Andy, since they've been coming in. Venkman says we've got flare lined up. I don't quite oh yeah, I see it. Thank you very much for that, Venkman. Flare on finals. I do see it. I see the landing lights, but it's quite a ways out, actually. So, yeah, hungry. Yes, I am. Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that, Paul. Much appreciate it. Yeah, ugly mug. Yeah. And Dry Dock 57 says Fiji is over Boundary Bay right now. Terrific. Okay. And Louise says, she loves flare. Yeah, they're not bad. Not a bad livery. So things are getting close. I hope you're all doing well. You can see that the cloud is definitely built up. Certainly over here. Now it's coming. Yeah, there's a big band of cloud. We've got like 3 bands of the cloud forming. So it's definitely as the weather office predicted. What else can I tell you guys? Not too much, actually. I'm wearing my Lufthansa hat, my Lufthansa 747-8 Intercontinental hat. I've got my high-vis vest, and it's getting a little bit closer, that flare. So in a little bit, I'll put the flare. Okay, I'll go stand beside the tripod here and just kind of get ready for this flare. So bear with me here, folks. Let's have a look. It's a little bit far out there. There it is. Okay, we got it. We can get the camera to focus. We're doing our best. There we go. Yeah, there's an airplane there behind it too. And he's down. Nice. New colors, actually. No, this is actually flare old colors. Or is it in between? I don't know. They've got several variations of the flare scheme out there. So, and this is a leased airplane. You can tell by the decorated winglets. It's a bit different. Oh, Smart Wings. That's right. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Smart Wings. That's it. Yeah, Smart Wings. It's leased from Smart Wings or it's from Smart Wings. That's correct. Okay. Yeah, Smart Wings. I'm just going to check the flight radar here. Let's have a look at what we got. Oh, yeah, there it is. Fiji Airways. 7 minutes from now. I see it flying south of Richmond right now. Oh, it probably it should be somewhere out there in the distance, visible with the naked eye. Let's see if we might be able to spot it here. We might be able to spot it based on, it should be over the open water southwest of the field, and I'm looking for it. It must be in the cloud, but it's definitely getting close. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have visual reference on it now. That'll be the highlight movement of the show, I think. Oh. So I'm just going to let the flare taxi in. Flare doesn't look bad, actually. Not bad. Oh, we had darn it, we had a float plane zip by overhead here. It wasn't conducive, though, for me to film it, though. I apologize. Sorry about that, guy. Yeah, pilot wave, exactly. Where was I? Oh. Flare. Yeah, nice looking flare, I must say. Yeah, so well, let's let the camera. No, it didn't. I guess because a little bit of the sun. When the sun comes out in the backlit situation, it kind of has a little bit of a trouble focusing. So right now we've got landing lights. We've got, let's see, we've got 1, 2, and the third airplane is our Fiji Airways. First of all, we've got an Alaska from Vancouver. Then we've got behind it, we've got a Air Canada A321 from Toronto. And then number 3 is our Air Fiji Airways. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, it's still a bit kind of a landing light situation, and then I'll point the camera around. Well, I'm grateful that there's 300 people watching. You guys are talking about a zoom feature on YouTube. So, landing lights still out in the distance. So for those of you that are kind of wondering what our schedule is, oh, hang on, got a lander. I'm just going to bring the camera around. There it is. This is it. Alaska Airlines, Embraer, nice landing for us. That was nice. And then our next one is, next movement, we can see the landing lights from here. It's the Air Canada 113. It's an A321 coming from Toronto. Oh, smell the burnt rubber again. Nice. Nice. That is really, really nice. Well, that's great. 600 likes. Thank you. Thank you all. Well, at least, you know, we made it through the day. It's been great fun. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us. 312 of you guys watching right now. And oh, here comes the next one. This is our Air Canada A321. He's lining up right now. And zoom in and get him. Nice. The next one is our Fiji Airways. Fiji Airways is next, believe it or not. So let's bring on the house radios. I might even film this for a clip, actually. So if Andy's here listening, I'm going to make a clip of this. Obviously, it won't be 4K. It'll just be regular HD, but I will do that because it's not often we get to see that. Okay, there it is. It's in the distance. We're going to pull it around. And we'll zoom in.
Jeff 479 Vancouver Class, where are you located? 479 is clear to the Boeing Field Airport. Razor 7 departure, runway 0 at right. Right by route, departure 132.3. Squawk 2662.
This is Air Pacific. Right here in camera, arriving from Nandi, Fiji, flight 880. Sounds like we've got an Aussie crew. Look at this, gorgeous, beautiful stuff. Wow. Ooh, beautiful, stunning. Nice. Very, very nice to see this here in Vancouver. Highlight of the show, absolutely. Fiji Airways A330, it's flight 880 from Nandi. They were in the air 11 hours and 13 minutes non-stop from Fiji to Vancouver. Lucky Devils. Nice aircraft to get the safety card from too, I might add. Look at that. Beautiful scheme. Beautiful scheme. I love the detail around the engines. It's like a tattoo, right? That's the South Pacific Islander tattoo that you see. Peoples of the region, they decorate themselves with tattoos, and that particular design around the engine is very common in I guess henna tattoos, but it's very, very beautiful design, I have to say. Very nice to have Fiji Airways here in Canada and on the Airliners Live show. It might be the first time that we've got this aircraft on our show, so for those of you that are watching, you might be making Airliners Live history by watching this with me live here at YVR. Oh, look at the helicopter. Oh, he was climbing like a bat out of hell. I missed it. That was a high-performance climb on a helicopter. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see that. He was climbing like a CF-104 starfighter. This is very, very nice. Fiji Airways. Wow. Maybe I'll do a tight view here. We'll just let the aircraft run the full length. DQFJW is the Reggie. And we can do a pullback to full fuselage as it maneuvers to the gate. He's going nice and slow so we can savor his beautiful color scheme. Take lots of photos if we want. There he is. He's making the turn right there into the gate. Beautiful stuff. Gate 66. Right on the center line. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, great way for us to, you know, end the show. Really, really nice way to do that. I'll just do an official sign-off here. Bear with us. Bear with us. I'll just grab my... Okay, so... Here we are. Well, I think it was a great show. I think it was a good idea to have the show today because, as I say, tomorrow it's going to be raining heavily. Cats and dogs, complete saturation. So it made sense for us to do this pop-up show. So this is the Airliners Live show. My name is Henry Tenby. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Flying Peacocks, my pleasure. Glad you enjoyed the filming. Beautiful colors, absolutely. Air Canada from Victoria. Thank you, Kevin. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream as well. And the weather's perfect. We had good weather for our show today. VIP Lounge, that's right. What can I say? We'll look forward to seeing everybody soon. I may do a pop-up show in a few days if the weather allows. So no promises. I mean, I won't be here tomorrow because of the weather that's forecast. But who knows? Maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll just have to play it by ear and see how the weather cooperates. So I just want to say, everybody, thank you very much. Thank you all for being here and watching the Airliners Live show. Thanks to everybody. I want to thank all the moderators as well. Thank you guys for all your help. We couldn't do it without our moderators, so special thanks to our moderators. Hopefully I'll be able to come to the UK and thank you guys in person. And thanks for all our regulars, and thanks to all our new viewers as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. This is Henry Tenby signing off from YVR Airliners Live. We'll see everybody next time. Thanks again. All the best, everybody. Bye for now.